Welcome back to Runaway with Taborland, and today is kind of a special episode. Meaning, it's special because I'm not doing anything on the Runaway, but the company called Bodega Coolers reached out to me, and they wanted to know if I wanted to test out their dual zone 12-volt refrigerator.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
The best part about this refrigerator, it's on wheels, unlike my Dometic, my very expensive Dometic. So I am going camping this weekend. I'm gonna test out the new Bodega cooler to see how it works, how it functions. Gonna learn all on the spot with you. And we're gonna see if this Bodega cooler is even better than my Dometic. It's gotta be hard, but we'll see how it goes. I'm very curious on this. Stick with me and we're gonna find out if it's worth it.
Huh? What? No. What?
So compared to my Dometic, this Bodega cooler has a dual system of freezer and refrigerator, or you can do it all freezer, or you can do it all refrigerator, where my Dometic cannot. My Dometic is only a fridge or a freezer only, and it only holds 35 liter, but this T50 is 50 liter. Now the thing about Bodega, when they did reach out to me, I did tell them that I'm gonna give an honest review to see if I like it. And they said, yes, let me know what you think. I don't have to return it, so I'm gonna keep it, which is nice. And who knows, I might, if I don't like it, I might give it away to one of you fine folks. And if I do like it, I'm gonna keep it, and maybe I'll give the Dometic away.
You'll thank me later.
It's a solid box, I'll give it that. All right, here we go. Woo, exciting, right? No. So this is just, comes with foam and a little bag over it. Voila. Oh, so that's pretty neat right off the back about this Bodega cooler. It doesn't slide even though it has wheels, because the wheels are slightly off the ground. Let me see. Ooh. It's got dual handle, but we'll get that in a second. So yeah, it only rolls when you lift. Lays flat when it's down. Pretty cool. Now, the top, very plasticky, where my other cooler is not. Very plasticky. It feels solid. It looks like good solid plastic. But on the side, you have these dual handles. So there's no handle for when you're toting it on the wheels. So what they did is they gave you a double handle. So you can carry it like this if you just want to carry it. But if you want to tote it around and lift it up, you have a handle for that too. Pretty nice design. On the back, you just have the exhaust. Nothing on this side. And this side is where you plug it in to your 12-volt outlet. It is locked, so that's good. And then you open it. But I like the fact the baskets remove. This way you don't have to trace it into the house. You know, you just load up your baskets, cool this thing off, and put your baskets back in. The center part comes out, so if you want the dual zone, you got a cool dual zone. You got a cool dual zone on each side, and you put that back in. So here's a sneak peek at the inside. It does have a nice little drainage down there, but this side is your fridge side, and the L-shaped part is your freezer side. They give you a lot of room in the freezer. I would like a little bit less room in the freezer because I'm not going to bring that much frozen stuff with me camping. But it is nice. Now I do have the option, as said before, plenty of room if I just want to use it as a fridge or a freezer.
I can't decide which one I liked best.
Up here it has a nice little seal around it. Feels very flexible, which is good. Some seals are just really hard don't know if you ever noticed that before. Oh, it has the exhaust over here too. So it has a dual exhaust, like high-powered machine. So over here you have your control panel with your dual zones. Let me take that off. Oh, you got a nice charger port. So if you need to charge your phone or any device, you actually do it with your unit. So that's a nice little option. I'm gonna put these back in so we don't lose them. I don't know where they'll go, but I don't want to lose them.
What's in the box?
So I'm guessing this is my plug. Let's open it up. I wonder if they give you like a, let's see if they do. Let's take a guess right here. Do you think they'll have just the wall socket plug, or do you think they'll have like a, you know, old cigarette lighter? I don't even know what that's called, but let's see if it's in here. Ooh, all right. Yeah, they did. So you have, of course, I don't know what that is. I always call it a cigarette lighter, but I'm sure somebody's going to correct me. And you do have your main plug, and they both plug in here, kind of like a computer, and that plugs into your Dometic. Let me show you where. So on your side is where you plug it in, and it gives you that little channel. Gives you that little channel to help you line it up. Kind of nice. And it just goes right in. Yeah, pretty smooth, pretty easy. So same thing with the other end. Just got line it up and plug it up, and then it's in. So you don't need this bad boy. I think it's a converter. I don't know electronics, but your car charger one, that just plugs into the unit itself. So you don't need the two pieces, you just need the one. And we have the instructions. And that's all that came in the box. Now here is a very important safety feature if you don't read the instructions. The refrigerator can be powered on only after being unpacked and put on the floor for no more than 6 hours. So that's telling you when you open this box, it has to stay like this for 6 hours. So I guess it has all the juices in it and stuff need to be, you know, get it nice and level, get the fluids in there looking good. So first impressions out of the box, the top feels a little too plasticky for my like, but it depends on if you like, you know, you want to pay the extended prices for the other ones for a non-plastic top. I don't know, but for how much it costs, the quality, just looking at it and feeling it, and you know, texture feels pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it feels great. I like how this locks. It seals pretty good. Has good charger, has everything. It has very, very, very nice control panel. So of course, before I turn it on, I have to let it sit for a little bit, 6 hours. So in the morning, I'm gonna plug it up and get it nice and cool before I put all my food in it to go camping this weekend.
But wait, there's more.
A pretty sweet feature. I just reading the instructions. It's Bluetooth compatible, so I can hook my phone up. There's an app that you download and gives you the little QR codes at the bottom to download the app. And you can actually hook this thing up to your phone. So while it's in your car or whether it's at your camp and you're out and about, you can check to make sure your temperature and everything is doing great. Yeah, I remember the old igloo days of just putting ice in it and having a soggy sandwich, kind of like Clark Griswold on vacation. But yeah, the dog got that. That wasn't the cooler's fault. Yeah, I ramble sometimes. Sorry about that. All right, so we got it on. And if you see, it has a nice little light in here, which is great for nighttime camping. And here's your control panel. Now, I hope you can see it because I know digital stuff like this flashes when you're using it, but the squares is considered your fridge. It's considered the left zone, and the L shape is your freezer, and it's considered your right zone. Now, let's go ahead and set the temperature. As you can see, maybe it's at max power, which is good. It's at 60 degrees for the refrigerator, and I like it around 37. Oh, it helps if I go the right way. There we go. 37. And I like my freezer at 0. So easy peasy. Now, the tricky part about this, if there is a tricky part, These are the temperatures they are currently, because I have it wide open, of course. Now, if you see right here, that's an M. So the M means I'm getting medium voltage. It goes high, medium, and low. Now, when you're hooked up to your car or hooked up to the house on regular power, this needs to be set at medium or low. But when you hook up to like an external battery, like you have maybe a little battery generator or something like that, it needs to be set to high. And to set that, all you do is come down to the settings. You have power and settings. Hold settings down for 3 seconds and it should blink. There you go. And then you just hit the settings button again and it'll move to where you want it. So like I said, high if you have a battery bank, but we are at the house. Oh, I waited too long, it already set. So let me hold it down for 3 seconds again. There we go. And we'll move it down to medium. So that's how that works. And of course you have a charger port. If you gotta charge your phone or a device or anything, you just plug it in right there and it'll charge it. Now it's not a fast charge, it's a pretty good charge, but let's go camping. Let's check this out. So the Bodega does sweat. I don't know if you can get that on camera. It does sweat a lot when you're keeping it outside, but it does hold quite a bit, and the freezer side is definitely working. Look, here's a frozen bottle of water I should probably take out. So the one thing I wish they did different was this freezer side was smaller, because how often are you gonna use the freezer? And the fridge side was a lot bigger. Breaking down the campsite, and I want to show you the Bodega did fantastic actually. My frozen still, and still plenty of stuff in the fridge side. Looking good. Well, it was a great 2-day camping trip up at Blue Springs, Alabama State Park. I got to try out this new Bodega cooler, and my overall impression is it's a fantastic cooler. And on their website, normally it's almost $400. It's like $389, and they're having a huge sale on them right now. And in doing this, I get a free cooler, but they give me a special link there you go to, and I do make a small commission on it. But I don't want you to worry about that, because if you go to Amazon, I have the Amazon link below also, and Amazon has this cooler a little cheaper than Bodega does, maybe about like $25 cheaper.
That's a great price.
Thinking about getting a 12-volt cooler, I think a Bodega is a great product to get. It lasted the whole time, it stayed plugged in the whole time, and it never lost its cooling potential. It stayed at 0 the entire time. It stayed at 37 for the fridge the entire time. Now, saying that, I'm gonna let you know, I have 3 things I like about this cooler, and 3 things I don't like about this cooler. Saying that, 2 of the bad things are only nitpicks, are just nitpicky things that I wish they would change. So they're not really that bad. So let's start off with the bad. No, let's start with the good. Yeah, let's start with the good. Number 1 on my positive sides is this actual control panel. It has a great display. The buttons work easily. It's coded to where you know which side of the fridge that you're programming, either the fridge or the freezer. It's easy to just differentiate between the two. It's easy to turn one side off and turn one side on. So their control panel system with the USB charger port is fantastic, and it looks really great. Another positive I love that it's on wheels. I mean, coolers, you don't like to lug them around, you don't like to carry them, because they are, they're not light, but still. And the fact that it doesn't move when it's laying flat is just even better. It only moves when you lift the handle and you're ready to run along with it. So that is 2 great things. And number 3 things I love about this cooler. It is ginormous inside. You can put a ton of food in here and easily get to. Plus, these baskets that fit in here perfectly. It's great. If you're gonna do a dual side and you're gonna use the baskets, you don't even have to bring the cooler inside your house to fill up your fridge. You bring these coolers, load them up, and bring them out. pop them in your bodega and you are good to go. Lock it down. But there are some bad sides. It's a bad sides to everything. Well, that's not really bad. But the biggest problem I had with it, when it was outside, it wasn't even that hot or cold out when we were camping, and just tons of condensation. You saw my video, it just, the water was just pouring off it. So they need to do something where it's better insulated, I think. And one thing I didn't mention, it's a positive, but one thing I didn't mention, how quiet this cooler is. You barely even knew it was on. Even in the car, I did not hear it running. I had to have Allison check a couple times, like, is it still on? And she's like, yeah, it's still on. I mean, it did not, it's almost like whisper quiet. It's crazy how quiet it is. I can't believe I mentioned that before.
Oh, that's good to know.
Another thing I really don't like about it, so if you're, say, shorter, even at 5'9", I was still hunched over when toting it, because I'm, you know, the handle is not that big, the extra handle they give you to tote it. So I wish they would have made this handle a little longer for taller people. If you're shorter, I don't think you have a problem, because it's like right there, right where you're walking with it. But if you're taller, 6 foot, you're going to be bending over while pulling it along, unless you're going to have it like this the whole time. And honestly, the last thing I don't like about this, and it's just being nitpicky, is the zones. Okay, it's great that there's a freezer, but I really could have done with half the size of this freezer. I'm not going to bring that much camping with me that I need frozen. So having a much smaller freezer just for like little pints of ice cream or like popsicles or something would have been much better than losing all that space for my refrigerator stuff, because when you gotta stack all your refrigerator stuff on one side, you gotta take everything out to get to it. So that's the one thing I didn't like. I just wish, you know, like the divider is like right here where you had that much more room on the fridge side. And honestly enough, I think next time I go camping with it, I'm not going to even use the freezer side. So the price is just unbeatable. Go on Amazon. It's probably the best deal you'll get on these units. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not. But if you do buy it from Bodega, please use my code, so you know I earn that little commission or whatever it is. But I don't care about that. Save yourself some money. Go to Amazon. They're a little cheaper there. All right. I guess that's all I have to say about a refrigerator, but I actually know that's not it. I think I'm going to do a video so you can see a side-by-side comparison. I keep mentioning my Dometic fridge, so I think once we compare apples to apples, you can see both, and you can see the quality in each and how they stack up against each other. So I think that'll be a fun video to see, the Dometic versus the Bodega. But that's it for this episode. I'd like to thank Bodega for giving me the opportunity to, you know, review their product with my honest opinion. I appreciate they gave me a discount code so my folks watching can save money, but you know, you can go to Amazon, it's cheaper. And I'd like to thank you for watching all my videos. All right, I'll see you in the next one.